Team Primos is headed west, Pilgrim. Elk camp, here we come. After foot surgery this fall, I can't be with the fellas on this trip. But I promise you, with the crew, it's gonna be a week full of fun and laughter, and hopefully a lot of elk action.
I got Slade in the truck with me. We headed to New Mexico, our old elk hunting stomping grounds. Gonna be a busy week, but weather looks great. We're looking forward to it. Brad, Ferris, and Lake, they are already ahead of us. Should be at camp right about now. We're trailing them maybe an hour and a half. Sun's starting to set, but we are hammered down, headed to New Mexico.
Primo's Truth About Hunting is brought to you by Bushnell, Savage Arms, Mossy Oak, Onyx Hunt, Hornady, and Primos Hunting. Speak the language. It's our first morning in camp. Getting everything ready and poking fun and jokes are the order of the day. Ha!
Brad, are they making fun of you?
Hey, we're gonna keep procrastinating and then be like, well,
You can take it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, broad shoulders.
Well,
somewhere.
because I don't, I'm gonna make fun of them before it's over with, so it just kind of works.
He said, don't matter what you say, Slade.
Whew, that was ugly right there, boy.
What kind of rangefinder?
Hey, let me tie your tie for
I
you.
don't know, this is the absolute fastest rangefinder I ever used. The broadhead. We just got it.
Brand new.
I mean, it is like smoking fast. 30.4 if you need to know that .4.
Perfect. Well, I'm gonna dial to that point forward.
Well, can you believe that we're back in New Mexico? And it just seemed like we were here last week. All of us got here late last night, and we're just kind of taking it easy this morning, and feels good to be back though, don't it?
It does.
It's been a year already.
I know, that's just weird. We were talking about it on the way here. When y'all got here early, we got here a little late. We ran into some traffic issues on the way, but
You know, everybody always said, you know, parents and peers through life, the older you get, the faster them days go. I guess with these gray hairs and these ring masks, that's why they're moving so fast.
Some of them gray hairs. I got a few.
But it's fun, you know, we're gonna have, of course, Will had to have some foot surgery. Actually had it this morning, and just something minor, but it had to be done. And he's fine today, but he ain't gonna be able to elk hunt with us, unfortunately.
Yeah. We're missing Troy this year.
Missing Troy, he could come, and then of course, we got our old buddy Dave Holder here with us. Me and him hunted in Montana. Well, he hunted with Primos for years, for 20 years, and the last time he and I hunted together was in Montana, so that was a long time. He's a good elk hunter.
We did not kill, so
We didn't kill.
we owe them one.
Yeah,
There you go.
we're gonna have some good karma out of that, I hope.
Yeah, I hope so.
What's the old saying? You know, if you had some bad luck, you're that much closer to having some good luck.
There you go. Odds eventually be in your favor.
Yeah, they go.
Yeah.
You already used it up, hopefully.
That's right.
Oh, Lakey boy.
don't forget Pickle.
Oh, I thought I mentioned it. I was trying to forget him on purpose.
Oh, you did it on purpose? Okay.
I had to ride with him for 16 hours yesterday, so
He should be so lucky.
I had enough pickle for the next year.
There you go.
Nah, Lakey boy's all right.
The question is, how's that bow shooting?
Well, pretty good actually. It shoots better than I can shoot it.
There you go. And we got the product team coming out too
Oh,
later in the
yeah,
week.
that's
Don't
gonna be-
forget about that. We got those guys coming.
Well, let's shoot a few more times and get our stuff organized, and we can go make a little. I say we go to Macklemore, we call it. It's always been good to us. We can get Jason out there.
Yeah, Jason hunting first.
Go ahead and
All the pressure's
the
on.
ice.
Break the ice. I'm
Go
all
ahead.
for it though.
go ahead and get him out the way.
Old Red Willis.
Get Red Willis out
Hey,
the way.
look. If y'all want to kill the biggest bull first, that's fine. That target's spinning.
That's because my bow's got more horsepower than your bow does.
You
That's
think
why
that's
it's
what it
spinning to
is?
the
You're
left.
knocking around?
I got more DBs on my bow than you do.
All right, documentary style. You ready?
Documentary style.
The bull approaches. The draw. The anchor. The fun. Oh, the shot. It's dead on. He runs off.
He was in the dock too, by the way.
This segment of The Truth is brought to you by Matthews Archery, Black Gold, and Ripcord. We're going scouting, and depending on what we find, we might be hunting this first afternoon. Jason is shooting first, with Brad and Slade doing the calling. It's great to have our longtime friend from Raised Hunting, Dave Holder, along with us this year. Dave has been a part of the Primos family for well over 20 years. As a big rain cloud moves over, the guys hear a few bugles and get set up. They end up calling in a couple of young bulls. No big boys in this canyon, so they decide to head to another spot. That's when they spot a big one coming out of the hills, headed to the prairie for the night.
Wind, that cloud's coming in and the wind just doing that.
Well, we had that close call just a little bit ago over at Macklemore Canyon. We were coming out actually to head back to camp, you know. Just a little scouting / hunting expedition on the first evening, and we were coming out. You can't see it from right here, but there's a meadow right over there. And from the road coming down, we spotted an elk by itself, big elk. We just come on around and got in here. We ain't just pushing on down, so we're gonna cut right through here and get on the other side of that meadow and see if we can come up and see if we can just hear him. Yeah, the wind's kind of up and down. It'll gust for a few minutes and stop, so just get up there and see if he might can hear it.
You know, it depends on his temperament. If it's a good temperament, then we make him make something happen. If it's bad temperament, we'll come back in the morning.
If you're new to elk hunting, these New Mexico elk stay in the shade of the timber for cover during the day and come out onto the prairies and flatlands at night. We call it the dance floor. These elk chase and rut and just have a blast out on the prairies. That is what makes it so much fun to try and make it happen.
Yeah. I tell you what, it's a long way. Yeah, it's a long way. I don't know if that's the same one. I'm sure there's more in there. I heard one up on the hill when we first started walking up. Well, you said that one could come down, but that's the one we was after.
Y'all better just get over there real quick. Let's try.
Let's go find a tree. Like, listen, y'all want to get back in here and make it look loud? I'd say try it right first. Yeah, I mean, we might as well give it a shot. If we get too far up in there, we're gonna bump something else.
Hey, we ain't got long, so we gotta do it.
All right, let's go. We'll watch where y'all get and we'll go from there. Big Papa.
Big Papa.
That's Big Papa right there.
When that wind picked up a minute ago, I thought I heard something. It could have been him. I don't know.
It's perfect wind.
It's just gusting and dying.
That ain't no peaceful. Better make contact. Straight ahead of us. I see him. He's looking. Straight ahead. I'll be able to see him in a minute. I can't see him, but we're fixing to see him, I think. See, Slade, he just came over the hill coming.
You see him?
Yeah, he just came over the hill, right straight over Jason's left shoulder right there.
Okay.
The guys had spotted a big bull coming out of the hills and onto the prairie. They made a quick move to get even with the elk. Brad and Slade back up and begin calling, and boy, does this bull answer.
I can't see him, but we're fixing to see him, I think. I see him. Slade, he just came over the hill. Come see him? Yeah, he just came over the hill, right straight over Jason's left shoulder right there.
It doesn't get any better than this. A bugling bull elk in the New Mexico sunset, coming straight at you.
I can't see him, so you tell me what to do. You come straight. It's coming straight on the straight.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm talking to women. Was that not the most incredible? Oh my gosh.
I can just come across and
Oh my gosh. He put on the show. I told the camera, I said, look, this is going to be either a bust or the most awesome footage ever. Well, he just kept coming and he got fired up.
Congrats, dude. That was freaking awesome.
Was he standing on top of y'all or
Oh
what?
my gosh. Did you hear him right here?
That was awesome.
Man, right there. Hey,
How about it, buddy?
No, he shot him right here.
dude, he's standing right there.
No,
by
you're
that-
standing where he shot
there.
him.
Oh my God.
See, I started, I watched him, and then I started going that way.
And you were signaling to me to
Yeah,
keep
so we were
going.
kind of, I was like, dang, he's coming to him. And we started coming
Yeah.
around, and did he turn it on?
Yeah, well, he was coming on a line to this tree, and I was standing there, and I told Lake, I said, I'm gonna have to get behind this tree and just, he's either gonna go right there or he's gonna go right there. And then whenever you broke that limb over there, you got his attention, and he turned right there, and I was like this, I got right here.
Dude, that move you made.
Oh my God.
Like, you moved that the perfect
Dude,
time.
well, I waited till his eyes were looking that way, and he got his head there, and I was just like, I was standing here. So I had to go like this. And he got,
Which I had to move.
and I had to hold for a while. He hung up right there. And I was just holding and holding and holding. I was like, would you go? And finally he went.
I was all the way back in the bottom of that ravine back there, and because he was responding to that bugle, so I would just chit chat with him, and the further I went, the closer he was getting. And then I heard you when you broke that limb, and then I heard something take off. I was like,
I heard you shoot.
And it was that
I just heard
bull.
him run. And then
It was the bull we saw.
When you shot, I started.
Oh,
I started
he's
walking off.
ivory tips. He's a good-looking bull, dude. I didn't care. Like when he come across there, I was like, I'm shooting him. He goes, he said, that's a pretty good bull. I said, that's a shooter. I'm shooting him. Oh,
Good job, Jack.
dude, man, I appreciate y'all.
Man, yeah.
hey, we spotted that bull up there,
We were on our way home.
came down, got around, and you said, he's like, we gotta try.
Yeah, I mean,
And
you can't
bam.
not try. Oh,
You was hitting him with the new acrylic, and then I just kept moving away with that bugle and put that just a few chuckles on the end, and he would mimic it. He liked it, man.
And I
He,
still do. I hear you cackle, and I do a little hooch. It used to sound like we sounded like a
Walking
group of
like
elk in there.
Primos Hunting introduces the new and improved soft-sided bow case. Our redesign is the new standard in protection for your bow. New hidden backpack straps, multiple D-ring attachments, 7 accessory pockets, and the new hard case quiver holder. The Primos soft-sided bow case has it all for bow hunters. Check it out at primos.com. This segment of The Truth is brought to you by Ozonics and Tight Spot Quivers.
right over there. I mean, he was 10 yards, complete pass through. Arrow landed right here.
Don't you like it when you got all the whole
All the
whole
pins.
aperture
Oh,
on
dude.
his
There was yellow hide here and yellow hide there.
So it's safe to we can call that a top pin one.
I would say that's a top 10 bull right there, boys. Hey, he ran through these trees, and I'm pretty sure we heard him fall. I mean, it's getting dark, but there's a drop right there. But I'm pretty sure he's out here.
There's his track. There's more track there. Man, he's pretty, Jake.
He's a pretty bull.
Dang it, boy. Yeah, he got good fronts, good thirds.
Yeah, when we saw him coming, I told Lake, I said, he may not be the biggest bull, but he's a shooter by God.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, you freaking popped it right in the old 12 ringer.
Heck yeah.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
hands on this thing.
That's fun right there.
What a cool bull.
That's a big old dude, Jason.
It's a big body joker.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look at there, boys. Couldn't have done it
Heck
without
yeah.
y'all. Heck yeah. Woo. Pretty, pretty bull. Take him any
never
day.
gets old.
No, it doesn't. No,
No.
it doesn't.
First afternoon too. Look at that, all that stuff right there. God, he
Well,
sounded so good. Just
He was a boss when he was
And-
bugling.
what's fun when you're calling them, like I watched him come a long way, but then I had to get further back. But it's like you can just hear it when they get to that certain point, and that bugle just gets so intense. It's just like It just goes from a boo to a, I mean, just a, like, okay, I'm serious, I'm coming.
That thing.
Slade,
Good beans.
David Lake.
Woo! Hey,
What a fun afternoon, right?
hey.
Right now, Raised Hunting's glad they're here. I'm done. I can go home now and it'd be a complete trip.
I mean, hey, look, we don't ever expect to get that lucky on first day here.
And-
It's really like a scouting day, try to figure out what's going on, what the elk are doing.
But you know, and we had fun right before we found this one.
Yep.
Those, you know, we had a couple small ones come in. We heard some bugling, and a little cloud came over, and that deadgum sun changed the wind up.
Yeah.
And, it just got the blowing. So we said, let's
Yeah.
come out here and just glass. And we saw this one and made a big loop, and here we are. We got you some elk meat.
I do.
A lot of it
A
too.
lot of it. That's a big old joker right there, man.
Pretty cool.
He is pretty. Like I said, we saw him when we saw him earlier across the way. I was like, he ain't the biggest bull, but he's long enough, he's tall enough, he had all them white tips. I love those white tips, man. He's beautiful.
Well, I hope I see his
Beautiful elk.
twin when I'm hunting.
I heard
Poppy,
that.
too.
Gosh, dog. I'll take him any day.
Yeah, this side is a little different than that side.
Yeah,
I
this
just
side's
noticed
kind
that. I
of
wasn't paying
got a little curve back here. And his fist is a little longer, a little weaker on this side, but he's heavy all the way down through here. Big body bull, mature.
Man, that's fun.